Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video it's gonna be my spring decorating marathon, and this means I put together all the videos from my spring decorating series so you can enjoy it all in an over 1 hour long video. It seems like you really like this type of longer video, so I wanted to bring this one for you while you can enjoy and play this marathon on your phone, your TV, tablet, iPad, or the device you prefer. Let me know in the comments if you are decorating or just hanging out along with me while watching this video, and I hope that you enjoy this spring decorating series marathon and you get tons of ideas for your spring decor or simply some spring homemaking inspiration. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are ready, and let's get into this marathon. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Carolisa here, and in today's video I'm starting off my spring decorating series by my bedroom. I wanted to do a bedroom refresh, and I'm doing a small change, but it'll be making a huge impact when it comes to brightness and making it feel more 80, but also I'm still keeping the serene vibes using relaxing colors and a more neutral stage. Of course, we're gonna be decorating for spring, adding those beautiful flowers, floral patterns, and all the things that are bringing the spring vibes to my bedroom. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are new, please consider subscribing. And without further ado say, let's get into this video. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're at our primary bedroom to give it a refresh. You are seeing now the before. Right now it's messy. We'll move things away because I'm repainting my accent wall that was a moody blue, and I'm making it completely white. This took us 2 days until the underblue tone was completely covered and dry to put things back. After this wall is done, we are going ahead to start decorating, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this blue color, but it isn't exactly one of my favorite colors. When we did makeover our primary bedroom for the first time, I was trying to continue and mimic that blue color palette that used to be at our living room, but since we did makeover our living room as well, and we painted the walls with a solid white, and then we installed the white cabinet, I fell in love with that change, and I love how 80 clean and bright the living room looks like now, and looks even bigger. So I wanted to make this bedroom feels the same way, but at the same time I want our bedroom to feel cozy and relaxing. And now you are seeing the end result. The wall is now completely white and already dried, so we have moved all the things back on its place. And so after getting the painting done, I'm going ahead to start decorating. And first of all, I just opened the window shades to let all the light comes in. So as you are seeing now, I'm making my bed, and I wanted to keep it warm and neutral using this more earthy tones, and this taupe color will go perfectly well with the duvet I'm adding later, and I'm going to be showing you in a few minutes. I'm finishing up the headboard part, adding many pillows because I go crazy with pillows. Every night I use 2 or 3 pillows to sleep with, and also I'm adding more of them for my husband. And then I'm adding my white comforter. I like adding layers to my bed like a hotel style, and I also wanted to add a brighter layer to break the plain neutrals. And then I'm bringing this duvet. It is a floral pattern design, but what I really love is the color palette. The main tag, it says that it's a green color, but it's more a taupe color with a mossy green undertone. I found it at Target, and it's by the Threshold Collections, and I loved it from the first time I saw it. I immediately thought it would go perfect for my spring decor, but still keeping the relaxing neutral color palette in my room. You know that I will be leaving all the links I can in my description, and for sure this duvet link as well down below in my description box. And you see me switching up the sleeping pillows. I thought the white one would be or go better at the bottom to make contrast against the beige headboard, because I'm adding beige tones and earthy tones very similar to the headboard. And then I'm coming with this oversized kind of beige creamy color woven throw pillows. I like the fringe details at the sides, bringing that coastal look I like for the spring and summertime. I'm keeping at the center this lumbar pillow that it's from Michael's and was on sale, and I fell in love with this. And then I'm topping it with this chunky knit throw blanket in the natural color. Goes perfectly well with my color palette, and I'm keeping it during this spring season time when the mornings and nights are still very cold. And regarding to the lumbar pillow, I saw it from another creator video. It's a vintage inspired with a brownish and beige combination, and you know I love that colors and that earthy colors. So, and even more if it is a vintage inspired piece, but you know, this is one of my most favorite additions to this spring bedroom decor. And I'm showing you a close-up of this duvet. I think the floral pattern is very subtle, not too loud, and as well as the moody taupe and green undertone color, so it's really beautiful. And I still want to add a few things in my bedroom and finishing up this bedroom setting for the near future, but for now I'm focusing on my main floor of my home. We are now working on changing the old furniture in our main living room and dining room area. It would be a big change, so probably that would be the next video, so keep an eye for the next refresh and makeover. And for my dresser, I'm first adding this pair of metal candlestick holders I got them on Hobby Lobby, and to keep things romantic, sweet and cozy, I'm adding those candlesticks. They are from Target by the Threshold with Studio McGee collection in the blush kind of a mauve color that will be matching perfectly well with the florals I'm adding here. And then I wanted to bring that vintage spring vibes by adding that moody vintage lakeside and wildflowers painting. I got this at Etsy to print by my own, and I'm also leaving the link in my description. I'm using this wooden frame that I already had, and I'm pairing this painting with this frame that are also vintage inspired that I got at Hobby Lobby. And next to the pictures, I'm bringing this ceramic vase. It's by the Studio McGee collection from Target, and I wanted to add my absolute favorite florals this year from Target. I got several of these flowers, and I think it's a beautiful pink color. I think they would be adding that sweet pop of color and also that subtle feminine touch up to my bedroom, and they go perfect in this vase, but I think they will look beautiful everywhere. And next to the candle holders, I'm placing this book on top of it. I'm adding my favorite candle I'm keeping since my fall decor, but I truly love the rustic but modern look of the metal canister. And then this corner, it's bothering me since it looks very empty and I don't like seeing empty spaces, so for now I'm just adding this wooden frame featuring a lavender stem illustration, and I got it at Hobby Lobby. It's simple, but I love that simplicity of this one. And then at the bottom I'm putting my favorite woven wicker basket. It's always very useful to put in blankets and throw pillows at night, and then just throw in it this knit throw blanket for the cozy and warm feeling. And I would love adding something else to that corner, like a accent chair to create the reading corner with a lamp or a small table or a small tree. But for now, as I told you before, I'm focusing on adding new furniture in my living and dining area, so I'm keeping my budget for that purpose and keeping my other bedroom plans for the near future. future. And for my nightstand, I wanted to create a pretty arrangement for me, so I'm adding that beautiful rustic black vase with some brownish distress that I already showed you in my Hobby Lobby spring shopping video. And then I'm adding those gorgeous and beautiful faux dry peonies I found at Michael's. They look very realistic, and I love the off-white on the flowers bud and the moody mossy green on the leaves. I'm also linking these flowers in my description box just in case you're interested. I'm adding that book at the middle to create accent and also add some height to the next decor. On top of the book, I'm placing that ceramic saucer I got at Walmart and I showed you in my last video, and on top of it I'm putting back my favorite candle that I like to keep on my nightstand, but I love the brown woven lid that's coming with. And next, coming to my husband's nightstand, I just wanted to take advantage and do a quick wipe down of this area just to make sure all of this is clean to add new decor. And then for my husband nightstand, I'm keeping it simple. I also added a book to raise his decor, and then I'm adding this candle holder featuring a rustic faux stone texture. I also added a candlestick with the same color of the book at the bottom, and I'm bringing back my husband diffuser with wreaths and also our romantic picture. And this is the end result. I want to give you a quick tour for you to see all we did. I love to keep a serene bedroom, creating a cozy ambience no matter the season. In general, I love keeping a cozy home throughout the year. I also wanted to create that romantic and feminine toe shop with those details like the candlesticks with that beautiful pinky blushy color and the pink stems. I love that combination, and also I love the peonies on my nightstand. I love the off-white of the peonies matching with the walls and the beige lamp. But as a bonus, I'm also adding some decor to the master bathroom. As you can see, it's very plain and bare, so I wanted to take advantage of my primary room spring decor and adding something in here. So first I added that wooden tray that I already had, and then the black ceramic vase that I got at Target by the threshold collection with Studio McGee, and also these Gypsophila stems that I got at Target just for $5.99. They are very affordable, pretty and long. I love them, and I think two are enough for a nice wispy look. And next I added a scented candle with an interesting canister shape, very organic looking, and also I wanted to swap the hand soaps for this one I found at Marshall, and the organic botanical scents are perfect for spring. They also match the color palette, and then my organic eucalyptus soap. And I also wanted to add a new set of towels. I found this set at Target, and they have a pretty green tone, and they look elegant and match with the green of the Gypsophila stems, and then just putting everything on its place. And that was it for today's video. I hope that you enjoy spending time with me as much as I do filming this for you. I hope that you got a lot of inspiration for your spring refresh or decorating. Stay tuned for my next living room and dining room refresh and makeover. See you in my next video. Bye! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm starting over and doing a complete refresh and a making over in my living and dining area. So now we have new furniture, new area racks, and of course new and a lot of decorating inspiration for spring. But first, I wanted to show you the before clips with the old setting we had since we moved to this home a bit over a year ago. I wanted to start off in my living room, and the first thing I'm adding is this rack. This rack is by Dave and Jenny Marr's collection for Better Homes at Walmart. It's just available online and I will be leaving the link in my description box. Since this main floor is an open plan, my main purpose is that everything flows together, but also I've been craving to create a white living room. We have dark walnut hardwood floors, so I wanted to add this bright contrast, and when I saw this one, I absolutely love the sophisticated organic design leaning to more a coastal look. It's unbelievable soft and feels extremely cozy in our living room. The color is an ivory with some woven patterns in a natural beige tone. And now we are bringing the new sofas to our living room. This sofa is the Bellina 2 Opal by Living Spaces. We got the large sofa and the condo sofa size. And we were looking at many options. These sofas caught my attention because of their very stylish look. The fabric they are made of, it's amazingly soft and has plenty of texture. The color is just perfect and to change with the light coming in, but it's a combination of creamy beige and white. It's firm but extremely comfortable, which I was looking for. I wouldn't like something loose that would look disorganized and wrinkled after being used. They are also deep, which make it perfect for us. I've been waiting for over a year since we moved here to purchase new sofas in a lighter color, and I'm so grateful we finally were able to do so. And I honestly didn't expect the color of this rack being very similar to the color of the couches, so I think it's kind of blending all together. So probably I will be changing this area rack later this year for something else that can bring more contrast, but just let me know your thoughts if you think it's okay or should I change it. And now that the new living room setting is complete, I'm moving on to the dining area, and I'm first adding the new area rack. This one is from Wafer and it's by Loloi 2 Down collection. It's a natural woven look and I was afraid being too dark, but it's way lighter enough to make contrast against the dark hardwood floors. And now we are ready to bring our brand new table, but to be ready for this video the night before I was unboxing and assembling the new dining table, I wanted something different, leaning to the rustic but modern robust look to balance my style and my husband's style. I was searching different ideas and I found a pottery barn look. I was obsessed with the stylish horse dining table look that they sold for over $2,000, and I found this similar one. This table is by Steve Silver. It's the Garland dining table and you can also find it on Wafer, so I will be linking this table in my description box for you to check out. It's very heavy. I definitely needed help to lift it or even just move it. It feels sturdy and I love that's very wide and also extendable, but for daily basis it's enough just for us. For now I'm keeping the same chairs. I'm looking for 2 new accent chairs for both end sides, but I haven't found something yet, so that's my mission to complete this dining table. So you see me doing the test to see if I can easily move the chairs and not getting stuck on the rack. I'm also keeping this bench. I can add throw pillows here and making this area feel more cozy. But I'm adding new throw pillows, and I got these pretty off-white linen lumbar throw pillows by my Texas house, new collection for this year. They can perfectly go well year-round, and I think go much better with the table wood color than the previous one. And I'm doing a close-up of this area rack, and honestly surpassed all my expectations for the look, and a high quality feel. Was a great price. I'm also leaving the link of this rack in my description box, and all I can link, it will be linked in my description box below. And now, after completing both living and dining area, let's move on to start decorating. And I always wanted to add a faux tree to my dining area, so I was in a hunt for a nice full look but still affordable faux olive tree. I found this one in Amazon, and it's full enough for what I wanted, and it's just 6 feet tall. And I got this ceramic planter at Hobby Lobby, really affordable for the very nice look. And into this planter, I'm adding the olive tree that I got, and I'm putting in many plastic bags to make it stable and create a kind of cushion surrounding the base of the tree. And then to fill it up to the top, I'm adding some wrapping paper I was recycling, and at the top I'm placing rounded disposable plates I already cut, and to insert and make a flat surface to finally add the moss on top and create that natural realistic look. And I want to be honest, this is not the most realistic faux olive tree, but for the nice decent look, the fullness and the height, I think it is a great price considering that faux trees can be very expensive. This is the result of our new faux olive tree for our new dining area look, and this tree can perfectly go through spring to fall, and basically it's a year-round tree. And now let's move on back again to our living room to start decorating for spring. And I'm starting by this counter at the side of the fireplace, and I'm first adding this book leaning against the wall, and then this vase I DIY and I got at Target, and then I got these faux ficus stems from Amazon, and as you can see they are very long and very full, so I just needed a single one stem for a nice simple look. And then I'm adding this beautiful glass framed canvas art I got at Hobby Lobby, and one book more to add some height and accent, and on top I'm placing this small rounded woven wicker tray I got at Target Dollar Spot the last year. And I love adding woven natural elements overall for spring and summer. They bring that warmth and natural organic look and feel to the space. And then we are coming over the other side of our fireplace, and I'm first adding this pretty framed canvas art with beautiful moody greens and landscape that also it'll help to cover the switch behind. I'm adding a book also leaning against the wall, and next to it I'm adding this popular planter from Walmart I also showed you in my Walmart spring decor video, and I'm topping with a handful of this beautiful baby breath from Hobby Lobby. And I also found this woven wicker tray at Hobby Lobby, part of the spring items, and it fits the space at the middle of this counter. I think it's the medium size, and I'm adding a floral arrangement on top so that I'm bringing my favorite Sedum flowers from Target that I got this year, and I love them. And I also added them in our primary bedroom for my spring decor that I did in my last video. To finish this space, I'm placing this ceramic bowl by threshold with Studio McGee from Target, and I'm putting in this glass beaded garland I got at Home Goods and I showed you in my Home Goods shopping video. And next, I'm coming onto the mantle, and at least for this time of the year, I wanted to keep it simple. So I'm just adding this natural tone wooden dough bowl I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm filling it with some bowl fillers and moss I got at Target as well by the Threshold Spring Collection. I'm adding just some subtle pops of colors, but keeping it moody with the dark moss and the mossy green baby breath I'm adding now. And then I'm coming on to the new couches to style with my throw pillows I got for spring. But first I wanted to still keep it warm and earthy, so I'm adding this cable knit throw blanket in the gold tone I got at Target last year, but goes perfectly well with the natural, organic and earthy look I wanted for my living room. And then I found this beautiful throw pillow at Walmart by my Texas House Spring Collection, and I like stripes for this time of the year because they reflect a more organic look. I'm bringing back my favorite floral botanical throw pillows I also got at Walmart this year, and I love this combination, not only the colors when bringing browns, greens and creams together to create that earthy color palette, but also I'm loving that stripes and florals combo together. And this is a Walmart find. I got this Checkered throw blanket I ordered online from Walmart, and wow, I love the natural colors that goes perfect with my color palette here, and I'm also leaving the link in my description box. And I'm adding back the pillows are coming with the couches, and then just adding this floral and neutral pillows I'd already had and I got at Target last year. I'm also bringing back my wicker basket I usually keep here to storage throw blankets and pillows, and because I simply love woven wicker baskets and all those items made of natural materials. And this is the end result, so I'm showing you the complete look with all the changes and new additions and our new spring decor. My main focus is creating a organic, cozy and earthy look for my home, but also bright and airy. And since we have an open floor, my main goal is also that everything flows harmoniously together. I definitely still need to do more additions to my home, but we're going slowly but surely. That would be it for today's video and makeover. I hope you enjoyed it and you got so much inspiration for your home projects and spring decorating, and see you in my next video. Bye! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm spring decorating our kitchen. I'm adding a lot of florals. I really love spring and adding flowers everywhere for this season, and also creating those pretty practical and impractical spring vignettes. I also wanted to start by showing you our kitchen completely empty. I already did remove the previous decor, and I'm ready to start decorating here for spring. I'm starting by this nook at our kitchen. I've been impatient to do this, and what I'm doing is changing the lampshade of my kitchen table lamp for a new one. It's this pretty pleated one I found at Target, and it matches perfectly well the size of my small table lamp. Remember that I'll be linking everything I can in my description box, including this pleated lampshade I got at Target. I'm truly loving the change of this new look, and look at how beautifully diffused the light, soft and pleasant to the eye. This is a very inexpensive way to change the look of your kitchen lamp or any small lamp, because it was very affordable for a beautiful new look. And next, I found this wooden razor tray at Marshall, and I love the wood color, bright but still warm, and the carved details, and I wanted it to add my next decor. So we are gonna be creating a beautiful floral arrangement, and to do so, I got this stunning small charcoal vase with handles at Hobby Lobby, and it's the perfect size for a small space like this kitchen nook or any kitchen counter. And for our floral arrangement, I'm bringing this cosmos and a mauve and off-white colors. I think these soft colors go perfectly well with this season. I'm adding 2 mauve and 2 off-white to keep things balanced. And to make it look wilder, I'm topping with this asparagus bush or spreads. I wanted a more wildflowers look, and that would be the perfect touch. And I got this asparagus bush at Hobby Lobby, as well as the cosmos I'm arranging now. And I'm bringing back this canvas art. The wild, dry and moody landscape not only was perfect for the early spring decor or a early spring vignette, but also it's perfect for the entire springtime. And then to make this vignette more practical, I'm adding my wooden salt and pepper grinder I use all the time when I'm cooking. This set it's also from Target by the Threshold collection. And I got this heavy but beautiful round marble tray by Threshold with Studio McGee at Target, and I found out that my glass oil bottles fits perfectly well on this tray, so for now I'm keeping it here. I really love cosmos for my spring decor. They look so whimsical, wispy, delicate, and so feminine. I also love the mauve color, and let me know which color are you using for your spring decorating, if you prefer using pinks or more subtle colors or pastel colors or neutrals and more whites. I always am looking forward to chat with you in the comments. And now let's move on to the other side. I'm using this wooden tray that used to be at the other side we just decorated in, and I'm bringing back my little fall olive tree that I got at Walmart. And then I'm adding this vase I DIY to make it look more aged and rustic. I got this small vase at Walmart, and to change the look I did use acrylic paint, and I also got at Walmart, and it's very affordable. And first I added a layer of the sandstone and beige tones combined, and of course I added a lot of baking soda to create that clay rustic texture. And then I did use the truffle brown acrylic paint, and by using a paper towel I just did spread the paint with subtle touches, and I added a last layer by applying touches with the brush of the first mix we used at the beginning to soften the dark brown. And that was the result, and I like this vase to use it as a utensil holder since it has a wide mouth and the perfect size to put all my wooden utensils in. And then I'm adding this adorable silicone spatula with a beautiful bunny illustration I got last year at Hobby Lobby, just to add that sweet touch of the spring and Easter time. And I'm also adding my magnolia table book, which is coming in that beautiful mossy green color that it matches nicely the olive tree leaves, and also going to be linking this book in my description box. And then for the middle of this kitchen and the top area, I'm adding my wooden cutting boards I've collected. This rectangle one is from TJ Maxx and the rounded one is from Hobby Lobby. And now let's move on to the vent hood, which is a focal point of our kitchen. I usually add a wreath, but this time I wanted to make something different and settle using this pretty wicker woven hanging basket I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm using this baby breath stems to create that soft, romantic and wispy look. Then I'm bringing this blush sedum by the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia Spring Collection. These Faux sedum are one of my favorites for this spring, and the blush tone, it's the perfect balance. I'm just adding one single stem, and what I'm doing is just arranging so they can mix together but still keeping the subtle look. And next, I'm coming to this little window nook. I usually don't add that many decor here since it's my catch-all when I'm cooking and my counters are full, so I'm keeping it simple. First, I'm placing this beautiful scalloped rattan woven tray. I found this one at Marshall, but you can find the exact same on Amazon, which I'm also leaving the link below. I love woven baskets and trays that bring that organic and nature-inspired look, and I wanted to make this arrangement with real baby breath and putting them in this glass vase that I already have. I love the wispy and delicate look of the baby breath, and I already knew would be the perfect subtle floral arrangement to add to our kitchen window nook. And now we are moving to this large counter space, and for this area I'm adding this beautiful wooden razor tray that I got from the McGee & Co website. I like the rustic aged look, which it gives off so much character, and I got the small size, but probably I'll be getting the larger size. And then to place on top of the wooden tray, I got this stunning. An absolutely beautiful glaze picture that I got from Amazon, but McGee & Co. also has the same picture. The details on this picture are giving off that artisan, expensive look. The curly handle makes it very romantic, vintage and feminine. I also wanted to add a subtle touch by adding just one cosmos stem, skipping that wispy look. And next to it, I'm adding one of these adorable woven baskets I found in an antique store a few months ago, and I knew they would be perfect for those spring vignettes. So I chose this brownish square little basket to put it here, and then I'm adding just a baby breath stems, and I'm putting in one of those bunnies I got at the Target dollar spot just to add that simple Easter bunny touch. And I also wanted to add a moody vintage inspired art as a background to create contrast, and I found this vintage inspired purse picture on Amazon, and they send it already printed for a very affordable price. So what I'm doing is just adding the picture using a wooden frame I already have. Next to the picture, I'm bringing this wooden bowl with pedestal that I got at Marshall, and I'm adding this a neutral beige plaid kitchen towel that I already had from a set that I bought at Marshall as well, and I wanted to bring the picture to life, so I'm adding some real pears on the bowl. And for the next part, I'm doing a statement floral arrangement for my peninsula or island if you prefer, which is also a focal point of our kitchen. I love adding large arrangements on my peninsula, so I'm bringing this large pot that I got at Hobby Lobby and fits beautifully well this large area. For this arrangement, I got these long peach blossom stems from Hobby Lobby, and to help keep it in place, I'm first adding them in a smaller, narrow vase that I already have, and then just putting it in the large pot. They look stunning, and they have now my favorites to decorate for spring. I also like the shade they create on the surface of the counter, reflecting the light. And the last area of our kitchen that I wanted to decorate is our coffee bar or the coffee counter. First, I'm bringing this stunning marble tray by the Heart and Hand collection with Magnolia, and I love the warm tone of the marble, which is perfect to make contrast against the bright white marble countertop. And I found this little potted plant at Target, and I like the lifelike appearance. I also picked up this woven basket planter to put my plant inside, which fitted perfectly well. And I got this beautiful terracotta style little vase, and I'm placing it on the marble tray, which I'm using to add my little gold spoons that I got at Home Goods for my coffee bar. also adding one of the bunnies that I got at Target dollar spot, and I know that adding bunnies are not for everyone, but they are also part of the springtime, and me having kids, I really love adding these fun details. I'm also adding an additional canister to keep our cinnamon sticks, and this is the one I was using as a utensil holder, so I'm reusing and repurposing items to make it practical. And this is our end result for our spring kitchen decorating, so I wanted to bring you along for a quick tour and close-up of every space. I also wanted to take the time to thank you guys for stopping by and spending some time with us today. I truly look forward to chatting with every one of you in the comments every week, and I try to get back as many of you as possible. Alright my friends, and that was it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this decorating with me for spring and you got so many ideas and a lot of inspiration for your spring decorating, and see you in my next video. Bye! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna be spring decorating our dining area, and first I'm starting by our dining table, bringing all those beautiful spring details and creating a simple but practical spring tablescape that I'm gonna be using through the springtime. And also I'm gonna be shelf styling my hutch that is next to the dining table. So we have so much fun bringing all those spring vibes to this home and finally bringing all together in this main area of my home. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and you got so much inspiration for your home decor. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. And without further ado say, let's get into this video. Well, hello my friends, I'm so happy to have every one of you in a brand new video. Welcome back to my channel, and this is a little overview of our dining room or dining area we're gonna be decorating today. But before starting to decorate, I just wanted to make sure having a clean table or surface to add the new decor. So I took the time to quickly wipe it down our dining table. And about our decor, I want to keep the same softness and sweetness as well as the subtle pop of color scheme I've been using on the other areas of my main floor. And now that our table is ready, I'm starting by adding this stunning marble lacy Susan I found at Marshall, and not only will be useful to protect the table and easily turn around, but also to elevate our arrangement. For the floral arrangement I'm gonna be creating for the middle of our table, I'm placing on top of the lacy Susan this beautiful white hobnail ceramic pot that I got at Michael's. It's really beautiful and reminds me to the Minka pot by Anthropology. And I'm also using these gorgeous beanies I also got at Michael's, and I got many of these green ones and a single pinky blush one to add that sweet subtle pop of color. adding one by one to find a better balance. I really love how the bright peonies stand out against the rich toffee brown color of our table. Since I just have one stem of the blush pinky peonies, I'm keeping it at the middle of the rest creamy ones. And I'm also adding some little baby breath stems to add more sweetness and create a more romantic arrangement with these little details. And this is the end result of our floral arrangement. I added a total of 8 peonies for a fuller look, and I'm definitely loving this one. I could have stopped there since the floral arrangement is just stunning by its own, but I decided to add a set of natural woven table mats as the ones we are gonna be using every day for our family dinners. This set of table mats are from Target, and I'll make sure to link them for you. I'm doing my table decor and setting as if we are having company or just about to take any special spring dinner. So I'm using my favorite glazed ceramic plates set by the Hearth in Hand with Magnolia. I use them for every table setting, and I like the artisan look and the wavy edge details, almost like handcraft. So I'm placing 4 plates for each one of us, and I just wanted to tell you that we almost never use the other half of the table where the bench is unless we have company, so it doesn't make sense to add more plates to me. To layer on top of the larger plates we just placed on the table, I ordered the salad plate set in the same cream tone. They are the smaller version of the set. I'm also using this set of natural jute woven napkin rings by my Texas house I got at Walmart, and I've showed you before in my Walmart spring haul and styling video. I'm bringing back my old cotton cloth napkins. I love them because they are a beautiful neutral linen, and it goes basically with every table setting and decor. Now to complete the plate setting, I'm adding a piece of lavender I took off of the lavender stems I got at Target by the Threshold Spring Collection. I'm keeping it simple, just adding one single piece, and with that also adding a subtle spring pop of color to the napkins to break up the neutrals. And I wanted to keep the marble sequence of the Lazy Susan, so I picked up this marble salt and pepper shaker at Target, but I'm adding a layer by using this adorable little round cutting board I got at Hobby Lobby, and both fits perfectly well. And now at the other side, I'm adding these real marble coasters. I got them at Home Goods, and I already showed you previously in one of my videos. But I'm also bringing some bunnies to our spring table setting. I got these bunnies at the Target dollar spot, and they are a very brass warm gold, which make them look more old and vintage. And this would be our first stage for our spring table decor or setting, simple for the everyday use. But I also wanted to try adding a more romantic and lush look by adding these beautiful gold candlestick holders. I got them at Marshall last year and I thought would look beautiful on this spring table. I love adding those antique gold detail. And to put into the candle holders and bringing this romantic look I'm looking for, I'm using these topper candles and I've cut them to make them shorter since candlesticks are very tall and I honestly didn't want something too tall on my table. It says the color it's a coffee quartz, but I say that it's a soft rose quartz and it's perfect for my soft spring color scheme, matching perfectly well with the pink blush peonies. And for the ones that loves bunnies for the spring, I'm now bringing back the gold bunnies, and my son Tony says that they look like chocolate. And now this is our complete spring dining table decor and setting. I'm loving the floral arrangement since the first moment I saw the white ceramic pot and the peonies at Michael's. I knew they would be the perfect complement each other to create a beautiful spring arrangement or vignette. But now let's move on to our hutch that is next to our dining table. But first I really needed to wipe down the shelves. I just removed all the things and I thought this would be the perfect time to dust and wipe down the surfaces. And now let's move on to decorate. And first I'm adding this rectangular small cutting board and I got it at Target, and this would be to add that visual interest layer to create contrast. On top of it I'm placing this narrow mouth vase that I got at an antique store last year on December, and then next to it I'm placing this little ceramic canister I also got in that antique store and I thought would be the perfect couple to place together. And I'm bringing here just a wicker woven boxes I got at Hobby Lobby this year and I previously had in my living room decor, so now I'm swapping and replacing my decor items. And now for the middle shelf, I'm adding this vintage inspired art I found at Marshall, and I really appreciate this coming with this wooden frame. I'm probably repainting the gray part of the frame. And then I'm bringing my favorite marble bowl, one of the lucky founds at Home Goods, and I really love the marble and wood combination. To bring the spring sense in it, I'm just adding these moody moss bowls. Next, to the left side, I'm placing this vintage faux antique inspired urn that I got at Hobby Lobby. And on the top shelf, I'm adding this interesting scallop brassy gold bowl by Studio McGee from Target. I don't need to add more in it. It looks really pretty and visually interesting on its own. And next, I'm adding this small vase with a single handle I also got at Hobby Lobby, and it's the smaller version of the one on the middle shelf. And I got this little woven basket in an antique store with other different ones that I also use in my spring kitchen decor. I'm just adding a few baby breath to recreate that romantic and sweet spring vignette, and I'm adding next to the small vase. And this would be our end result for our hutch and shelf styling. I wanted to keep this area very balanced and not too cluttered but not too simple, and trying to balance the warm colors and the neutrals. Another area that I wanted to bring a bit of life, it's our mudroom. Since we can see this garage door from our dining table, I wanted to add some greenery to have a better view of this area. So first, I'm hanging this natural woven basket I found at Michael's, and I like the long size and skinny shape according with the door. And then I'm filling with this very lifelike hanging roscus bush I also got at Michael's, and I'm linking all I can, and you can see in this video in my description box. And now that door looks so much better from our dining table. It's a better view and it's following the sequence of the decor, the greenery, and the spring details. And this is an overview of our dining table, the hutch, and our dining area in general after all the decor. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate having every one of you here. I hope that you enjoyed this one and you got so much inspiration to decorate for this springtime, and see you in my next video. Bye! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna be doing a spring kind of day in the life homemaking and also decorating with me as usual, because I'm gonna be styling new decor and also adding new items that I got for my home, and also some items that I got to complement the new sofas here at the living room. We are also gonna be decorating the powder bathroom here downstairs and adding some items to decorate the office room. So we have a busy day in this video, and I hope that you enjoy and you got a lot of inspiration and ideas for your spring decor. And without further to say, let's get into it. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad having you in a brand new video, and I'm starting by our living room. This is my real life, so I thought this would be the perfect time to tidy up this area and show you the real situation before adding the new items in the decor, because not all the time my home is looking perfect and I always need to do my tidy up and cleaning routine even before filming a video or a normal working day. So picking up and putting away my kids' stuffed animals and all the things and this messy throw pillow situation. And by the way, my kids are loving this area rack, and I'm loving it too because it is so soft, it is so plushy, it feels great under feet. And thank you so much for all your suggestions, because I was asking you to tell me if should I change this rack and finding another one, and you told me that this was totally okay. In fact, that you were liking it so much, and honestly I'm loving it. And also my husband loves it, and he says it's feeling so cozy and great under feet, and I'm so happy with this rack purchase and overall with the change in our living room. And thank you so much for all your nice and kind comments and your suggestions. And I also wanted to take advantage of this cleaning routine and giving this new area rack a good vacuuming before adding the new items that I got for our living room. And now that our living room is already clean, I wanted to add this new Ottomans from the threshold with Studio McGee collection I just received, and I ordered the Linkwood upholster Ottomans in the light brown windowpain black. So I'm trying them here at my living room and see how they look, and I wanted a subtle color to make contrast, and this light brown are the perfect neutral and soft brown color, and it goes perfect with my earthy color palettes in our living room. And I also did realize they match with the light brown accent pattern on the new area rack. This window pane pattern is very fine, and you can barely notice unless you are very close to it. But the main reason I wanted these ornaments is to have a way to put our feet up and make ourselves feel more comfortable when we are spending time here in our living room, since we previously had recliner sofas, and honestly we're very used to it. I think they offer a versatile and practical way to style and use it in any room, but also they can help to make your room more finished, and in my case help to complement our new sofas, adding that extra comfort. So you see me here trying them and see if they can really add that comfort that I'm looking for, and definitely it's what I need. So I will be linking these ottomans in my description box in case you are interested in these ottomans or you are looking for something similar to add to your living spaces. And next I'm coming to this side of the fireplace because I'm gonna be doing some changes here in this decor. And now I would like to make the change and adding this beautiful and very practical scalloped woven tray from Marshall, and had the perfect size for this area. Not only adds that organic touch, but also it's very practical, so you can put and keep items in like remotes, or I also liked it to add a large candle or other decorated items. And I love those scallop woven trays so much that I wanted to bring home both small and medium size, and the medium size is perfect for this area. And I'm changing the woven tray that I added before from the Hobby Lobby, and I'm placing this medium size scallop woven tray to put in this faux sedum flowers arrangement that we did in our living room spring decor. The scallop shape adds that sweet and beautiful, visually interesting touch according to the sweet look of the flowers, and this medium size looks much better here than the previous one. And talking about woven trays in practical everyday and spring decor, I also wanted to do this change in our primary bedroom by adding a larger woven basket. Not only helped me to add that warmth and charming item to this white and empty corner, but also these baskets are perfect to storage so many things, and in my case I'd use it to storage those cozy chunky blankets that we need to have on hand during these cold spring nights in and early mornings, and I can perfectly fit up to 3 blankets here, so I thought it would be a practical decor item for this season and also the everyday use. And after doing this quick change in our bedroom, now let's move on to our kitchen. And I'm bringing the outdoors in, and I wanted to add this real hanging plant and my favorite herbs and doing a little garden here. I got this beautiful baby bunny bellies straight Scania at Walmart, and I'll be also linking in my description box so you can have more information about this. But since it's still very cold outside, I wanted to start bringing the outdoors in and creating a little garden here inside and starting the spring here into my home. And this white kitchen window nook, it's the perfect bright spot to add those real plants since there's plenty of sunlight that is coming in through this window. So I'm first starting by spraying with some water to not oversaturate this plant and hanging in front of this window, and I really like the look of this plant. It looks so beautiful and it's bringing all the spring vibes to my home. And I wanted to also add my favorite herbs to this kitchen spot in front of the window. For now, I just was able to find ground rosemary, but I'm adding more herbs as soon as I find more. And this is not only a perfect way to have a natural source of fragrance into your kitchen, but also it would be a practical way to keep your favorite fresh herbs on hand when you are cooking. But it's also a pretty and natural way to decorate those sunny bright kitchen spaces, and spring it's the perfect time to start growing or propagate herbs you commonly use in your kitchen. I'm using this soil that I already had on hand, and I got the ceramic planters and the ground rosemary at Walmart. They're both very affordable and easy to add to your space. I'm still keeping here my glass vase with baby breath and opening the shades to let all the sunlight that comes in. And this is the look of this window nook with the new plant addition, and also I'm showing you a wider view complementing the kitchen spring decor, and you can also watch that video from my spring decorating series. Now I would like to add some practical decor items to our powder bathroom that it looks bare and plain. So first I'm adding this artificial olive stem arrangement by the Threshold with Studio McGee collection or spring collection this year at Target. And I'm also adding this scented candle that you can perfectly use as a storage canister if removing the candle inside. This is also by Threshold with Studio McGee from the spring collection this year. And I'm also bringing this beautiful marble tray by the Heart and Hand with Magnolia, a collection that I got from Target, and I also styled in my spring kitchen decor. But you can use this tray in many ways and areas to place or stand things on it. Like in my case, I'm using here to place this cocoa lavender scent hand soap that I got at Marshall, and then this stunning real marble scallop bowl that I got from Amazon, and it's so practical since I can use to drop off my jewelry, but also I would like to put in my organic eucalyptus bar soap that would add that natural artisan look along with the handcraft marble bowl. And I got this pretty and neutral floral hand towel that would add that spring floral touch to this bathroom. And then you know how I love woven baskets because they can be a great function decorative addition, and I like this one particularly that I got at Walmart because you can remove the smaller basket dividers inside and use it as you prefer to fit larger things. But I'm using it to storage our toilet paper, and I can perfectly fit 2 large size toilet paper in this one, which is awesome to keep them on hand, and the rest I'm keeping them in the cabinet under the sink so that if we have guests, they won't need to be opening the cabinets and just grabbing that from the baskets. And next, on top of this little shelf above the toilet, I would like to make it more practical, and I'm just adding first that small woven tray that I got from the Target dollar spot last year, and I'm adding in an extra hand towel so that I would have this one on hand whenever I need to change it for a fresh new one, since I have all our hand towels upstairs in our laundry room storage. And then I would like to add that tissue paper, but to make it more visually aesthetic, I'm covering the packaging box with this woven tissue cover that I got at Target, and I'm also keeping the variety of woven textures that I really like for an organic spring look. But then I got this oil fragrance diffuser featuring a woven basket with flowers from Bath & Body Works that I'll be also linking in my description box, and I'm using the rose water and ivy fragrance. And then adding those little touches with this real baby breath, and this is the view after adding those spring practical decor touches to our powder bathroom. Even though I'm adding the spring decorating touches, I still wanted to keep this bathroom simple and not too cluttered, but at the same time practical for the everyday use and everyday decor. And next, I'm coming to our home office room, and this room it's feeling very empty, and I also like to keep it like this since our office room tend to get cluttered so easily. So I'm starting by quickly dusting and wiping down our desk and tidying up this area, and then adding some touches of the spring decor. I want to apologize for my very raspy voice, but I've been going through a severe cold, and sometimes I know that can be difficult to understand me, but please bear with me, and hopefully the next video would be better. But I'm struggling to do this voiceover right now without coughing and trying to keep myself as normal as possible. And after doing a quick cleaning on this desk, we can start adding the decor. And I'm starting to decorate by adding my vintage terracotta vase by the Studio McGee, and I'm also putting back our family picture. I will be linking that terracotta vase that I got from Target if I can find it, because it's so pretty and goes really well with any decor. But I'm also putting this very affordable Gypsophila stems that I got at Target, and I'm also going to be linking them because they are not only perfect for the springtime, but also you can use it year-round and also for the summertime. But for me, this decor is so practical because these items also help to hide the electric devices and wires we have on the desk. And I'm bringing that wooden razor tray by Heart and Hand, and then I'm adding this candle by the Threshold collection that I got at Target this year, and I love the scent, perfect to light it and having a relaxing office working time. And then I'm adding this rounded woven basket that I got at Hobby Lobby 2 years ago, and unfortunately I haven't seen it anymore. I think it is very practical and so pretty. And I'm adding a vase to put in this beautiful faux peonies in a soft pink blush that I got last year at Marshall. So as you can notice, I'm reusing my decor. And then I'm adding this faux fiddle leaf fig tree that I already had, and I was standing at our foyer next to the front door, and I got maybe 2 or 3 years ago at TJ Maxx, but I wanted to bring it for our office to add life to that empty space next to the mirror. And I'm also repurposing and reusing this woven tray I had in our living room decor, and I'm placing it on this small space on our desk. This can be so practical since we can keep things we are using to work, like our portable screens, files, our iPads, or books that I'm currently reading, and or adding your office supplies that I've been adding in this mustard little vase, or also would be the perfect open area to place on and light my candle while I'm working here. And this is the end result in a wider view of our office room after adding those spring touches and practical everyday decor. And that would be it for today's video. I hope that you enjoy and you get a lot of inspiration for your spring and everyday decor. And see you in my next video. Bye!